Hello Pisces and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Pisces, let's see what we have for you. We're looking at October to December 2025, and what I've done is I've taken your yearly 2025 tarot reading and pulled out the relevant cards. October, we have the Four of Swords, King of Pentacles is November, and December is the Nine of Swords. We're going to pull some additional energies, look at the overarching messages as well as any individual ones, because a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone 3, in different areas of our life. So let's see what we have for you, Pisces, starting with October. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. Four of Swords, Four of Cups. The Nine of Cups. And we have the Knight of Wands. King of Pentacles, let's see what we have for you with that. November. What do we have, angel, spirits, guides for Pisces? We have an Emperor. 10 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Wands. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. Message for Pisces. We have the Eight of Cups, the Magician, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So, Pisces, let's start with October period. So the Four of Swords is quite a still energy. It's a reflective energy. It might well be that that's the advice for you, or you need to think about things. Can be in whichever life area. But the Four of Swords asks us to take a step back, to really see the way forward and get clarity. So whatever your circumstances, it's about thinking about it. It's not necessarily rushing into something, but really thinking about it. You see, this is the energy here as well, because again, the Knight of Wands, there's something going on here, Pisces, which can be spontaneous action, acting spontaneously, sometimes linked with departures or taking action or doing something or really thinking about something, but you might feeling that you're acting in a spontaneous way. This is what the cards are saying for you in October period. And again, the Four of Cups can really be listed. I mean, this is heart and mind energy, very intuitive as well, both these cards. So it's about taking a step back because you don't want to rush into something that you might regret later. You don't want to kind of take action and do something that you feel is causing you cause for concern in your own energy. This is when you think, and some of you might also be kind of saying, I'm not going to be rushed into doing something either. So it can work both ways. This is either a decision that you need to make yourself in terms of, it can be to do with anything really. You know, the Nine of Cups is getting everything that we want or getting what we want. It can be linked to heart's desire, abundance, something that we really set our heart on, you know. But it can be quite an indulgent energy as well, the Nine of Cups, remember. So there is a flavour here. I mean, it could be spending something or purchasing something. It could be, am I rushing things in terms of love? Am I rushing to go and do the thing in terms of, changes in career, where I live? I mean, you understand it can be in any life area, really, small or big. But the message remains the same. These cards are kind of telling you here, do I really want this thing? Am I really ready for this thing? Am I being rushed towards this thing? And if so, I need to figure out what I want. That's the kind of energy that you need to assess. Or is this truly what I want? The energy of like the Nine of Cups, getting everything that you want, your heart's desire, it's wish fulfillment, but sometimes it can be a level of indulgence as well. Now, this could also be some invitation to a celebratory event. So you might be considering, do I go for it? Do I take action and go, or do I not? So whatever that scenario is for you, there could also be some invitation extended that you need to think about, especially if things like healing are involved or something is making you unsure. The same thing really would apply here, Pisces. But that's what I see for you. And it's about not acting on impulse, not rushing into something because you fear you might regret it later. There's that little voice within you that's saying, I really need to think about this. It can also be to do with a person, in relationships, or being rushed or feeling that you're being rushed. The same thing applies, even on something that you actually want. You don't want to go and get the thing or do the thing or do it because you want it, and then regret it later because of the impact that might have. So you understand what I'm saying. It could be on your finances, for example. So this is the scenario you're really thinking very carefully in October about not rushing into doing something and figuring out if it's something that you really, really want. Again, for some of you, it could also be an invitation to an event that you really need to think about. So however that manifests for you here, Pisces, these are the energies in October. And the same thing applies. The energies can be big or small, but they're significant enough to make you really kind of be in touch with your heart and mind and figure out what you really want, whether you want to do the thing or not do the thing, or you shouldn't do the thing, and there's that voice within you telling you that you shouldn't, This is that sense of not being rushed or acting spontaneously because there's a feeling you might regret it. And do I really want this? So these are the energies at play here. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So Pisces, from a money point of view, King of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands can represent. It's very positive in terms of forward movement and positive changes in money areas. This is about achieving material success, monetary reward, financial abundance for the long-term stability and security. There is an opportunity here to truly further yourself in business with these energies. King of Pentacles is somebody who is solid, stable, secure, can be a natural leader in business. Not limited to that, male or female with this energy with the King of Pentacles. But with the Emperor, this is at least two people here in money areas who are where you're getting some very positive news or things are moving forward in a very positive way for you. So come November period, money area is extremely positive. There could well be an opportunity to further yourself. You could be getting some news in terms of, again, can be jobs, business opportunities. This would be very positive in terms of getting approvals on funding, loans, mortgages. So these are an investor, so getting an investor on board in some way, or getting the go-ahead in terms of some kind of money. Some of you might also be winning some business, if it's your own business. There could well be getting the approval, the go-ahead that it's all systems go in terms of money areas. Ten of Pentacles can also link to things like retirement pots. So, again, for those of you waiting on news, this is very positive as well. Yeah, it just feels for a lot of you here, Pisces, from a money point of view, you're getting some really positive decisions in terms of forward movement here. The Emperor is the key decision maker. It's likely that this King of Pentacles will get the sign-off from this Emperor. So whatever that scenario is, You might be connecting with the person and they might be saying, I just have to go and get a final approval. Or there could be a second round or, second conversation going on here where you meet an emperor as well. But the same thing applies. Whatever the circumstances, you get the go-ahead. This is all systems go. It's like a green light in terms of money areas. Goal achievement, financial success, abundance, can be a pot of money, or like I said, very positive in terms of feeling long-term stability and security in your money situation. But these energies are extremely positive for you. Is what I see for you here, Pisces. These are really lovely energies in money. The Emperor, the other thing that I want to say, the Emperor is very positive also as a key decision maker, yes, in business or yes, in other areas. So it can be an authority figure, governmental, institutions, establishments. So you might be getting some kind of yes or approval from an Emperor in that respect. Can be legal areas as well. And it's not just to do with legal disputes. It can be things like approvals in terms of trademarks, for example, or, again, property rights or things like that. So this would be somebody who would give the final go-ahead on that basis too. But I feel that there are two people here who are very influential in terms of bringing you financial success or go-aheads this month. And it just feels like it's all systems go. This feels like a great kind of green light energy, and it's all systems go for the month of November period. So Pisces, come December period, we have the challenging energy with the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords can be stress, worry, anxiety, uncertainty. It's when our thoughts become things. And it always shows the dead of night, which is when our thoughts can be at, certainly negative thinking can be, at its biggest. But it can be when we can't really see the wood for the trees. Our thoughts really cloud our judgment. They kind of magnify. They always seem worse than they really are. Things always seem kind of more challenging, and we lose that sense of perspective and reality in a situation. It doesn't mean that there isn't reason for us to be worried. It's always based in fact, the Nine of Swords, but it can be when, I always say our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. And this is when it really does work against us with the Nine of Swords, because we focus on one thing, and then as we focus on that negative thought, it's like that kind of branches of a tree. It just takes on a life of its own. More and more kind of negative thoughts start to emerge. So, you start worrying about the one thing. And then from that one thing, you think, oh, but then this could happen or that could happen. And then, I'm wondering if that happens and this happens, and what about this? And you understand what I'm saying? This is why those swords multiply just like they do on that wall in the dead of night. So it can sometimes represent a level of stress, worry, uncertainty. The Eight of Cups, the Magician, and the Six of Pentacles. So you might be in a really powerful position here, Pisces, because should you be choosing to walk away from somewhere, it might well be that someone tries to keep you. This is that scenario here of when, again, sometimes called the breadcrumb card, the Six of Pentacles, but not limited to that. It's a kind of, it's an energy of reciprocity. One person shouldn't give more than they take. The other side, I should say, shouldn't take more than they give. So it can represent if you are deciding to leave somewhere, for example, whether it's to do with where you live, whether it's to do with a relationship, whether it's to do with a job. However this would manifest for you, this is that scenario here that then you have to choose which way you go, because you're going to be in a really, I think it's something that's causing you, it feels like sleepless nights. I feel for a lot of you, it's like, what do I do? To be honest, Pisces, the Nine of Swords can sometimes represent quite a negative mindset, but it just feels like because you're trying to figure out what to do now, or how to resolve the issue, or which way you go. Because someone's trying to keep you. Can we just try and, if I offer you this, will that be okay for you? Will you stay? In relationships, it can be, if I do this, or if I offer this, or if I offer, it can be mutual respect, appreciation, give and take, can be to do with finances, can be to do with love, can be to do with respect, can be to do with being listened to and valued and appreciated, can be in terms of what you give, you get back. So this can be a very powerful thing on that basis in terms of relationships and establishing that. So it might well be that if you were deciding to walk away from something, go in search of something else here, it might well be that what this person is telling you is giving you food for thought, and then you have to decide which way you go. Similarly, it can be, if we offer you this in terms of business, will that be okay? Will you stay and not walk away? We promise to, we clearly haven't valued or appreciated you or respected you the way that you wanted to. So this is that scenario here where just as you're about to kind of like walk away, someone might be trying to keep you. It could be a landlord as well, or again, however that would manifest for you. But it's agreeing the kind of monetary aspect, or it's agreeing how you're valued and appreciated, or a level of reciprocity. What you give, you get back. Now, this can also be here if you are manifesting. Again, it could carry on from the November period. It can also be to do with getting a sum of money, but it's a fair sum of money for you to walk away. And if there's stress and worry because you're wanting to get a fair sum of money for leaving somewhere, so that could be a job, or it could be to do with, selling something, or, purchasing something, what you're moving towards. This is the same thing here, Pisces. It's about getting a fair exchange, getting what that's fair on both sides, For what you're giving, you're getting that back. So this could well be just agreeing some kind of monetary aspect as well with this in terms of how you're walking away. But for others, it might well be someone is trying to kind of tempt you to stay, is what I want to say, and then you decide which way you go. Sometimes we just have to take a little bit of step foot back, with the Nine of Swords, because we can be too much in our head, and that will be the advice in December period, should you be feeling that. Should you feel overwhelmed with your thoughts, what do I do? Where do I go? I'm not sure which way to go now. I thought everything was clear and now I don't know. And for those of you who are worried that you are leaving somewhere, but you're wanting to get a fair recompense for what you deserve, this feels like you're going to make that happen. Just think like it's going to be a level of stress and worry, but ultimately you're going to resolve it. Because the Magician understands how to manifest, turn something negative to positive, ideas into reality, base metal to gold. You have everything that you need to manifest what you want, whether it's a choice to stay or go, or a choice that you are leaving, but you want to get the monetary, offer that you're waiting for as well. So this is that scenario here where you have the power to manifest what you want. It requires self-belief, focusing on what you want and taking action and assertion, the Magician, but really believing in yourself and really holding that vision within yourself to manifest what you want here, Pisces. Come December period, you might also feel yourself in demand, with these cards as well. A choice to even stay or go. So Pisces, let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you. Angel message. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you. We have 3341. That number might be resonant for you. You might be seeing that number as a sign repeatedly in the next 3 months. Seeing this number encourages you to uplift the energies in your home and environment by any means necessary. This could mean cleaning your area to move and shake away negative energy, or simply adding flowers to sweeten the space. Let's see what we have for you, Pisces, as a fortune message. What do we have for our lovely Pisces? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides, for the next 3 months. What does Pisces need to hear? Thank you. I've got 3 cards. We have plane, number 26. A journey is indicated. Either physically or metaphorically, your life will become more full. Pisces, we have number 23, owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. And we have love, number 17. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of life. All right. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. Message for Pisces. Let's pull a spirit animal oracle message to finish off your reading. We have wolf, pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. And one more. Oh, nice. We've got the ladybug or ladybird in the UK. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colourful you. You bless the world with colour and good luck. You might have some luck. You know, the ladybird can be a sign of real good luck. Now, Pisces, you might also, the symbols of the wolf and the ladybird might also be important for you, you know, signs for you in some way in the next 3 months as well. Pisces, that's what I have for you for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful next 3 months and I will see you next time.